You may know Lou Gehrig's disease as the disease that Lou Gehrig, the famous baseball player, was diagnosed with that ultimately took his life. This disease's real name is Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis, or ALS. ALS is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. People may lose the ability to speak, eat, move, and breathe. Later in the disease process, this will eventually lead to death. There are two different types of ALS, sporadic and familial. In those families, there is a 50% chance that each offspring will inherit the gene mutation and may develop the disease. It is estimated that there are more than 20,000 Americans who have the disease at any given time. For unknown reasons, military veterans are approximately twice as likely to be diagnosed with the disease as the general public. Early signs and symptoms of ALS include difficulty walking or doing your normal daily activities, tripping and falling, weakness in your legs, feet, or ankles, hand weakness or clumsiness, slurred speech or trouble swallowing, muscle cramps and twitching in your arms, shoulders, and tongue, difficulty holding your head up or keeping a good posture. Smoking is the only likely environmental risk factor for ALS. The risk seems to be the greatest in women, particularly after menopause. Environmental toxin exposure. Some evidence suggests that exposure to lead or other substances in the workplace or at home may be linked to ALS. No single agent or chemical has been consistently associated. For military service, it is unclear why it may be a risk factor. It may include exposure to certain metals or chemicals, traumatic injuries, viral infections, and intense exertion. Breathing problems. Over time, ALS paralyzes the muscles we use to breathe. Some people may need a device to help them breathe at night. This could be continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP, or bilevel positive airway pressure, BiPAP, to assist with breathing at night. Those with advanced ALS choose to have a tracheostomy, which is a surgically created hole at the front of the neck leading to the windpipe, or the trachea, for a full-time use of a respirator that inflates and deflates their lungs. Sadly, the most common cause of death for people with ALS is respiratory failure. Most people with ALS will develop trouble speaking over time. It may start as mild slurring of words and can progress to the inability to speak at all, leaving them to rely on other methods of communicating. People with ALS can develop malnutrition and dehydration from damage to the muscles that control swallowing. They are also at a higher risk of getting food, liquids, or saliva into the lungs, which can cause pneumonia. Some people with ALS experience problems with memory and making decisions, and some are eventually diagnosed with a form of dementia called frontotemporal dementia. It is difficult to diagnose early because it may mimic several other neurological diseases. Tests to rule out other conditions may include treatments can't reverse the damage of ALS, but they can slow the progression of symptoms, prevent complications, and make you more comfortable and independent. 2 medications are currently approved by the FDA for treatment of ALS. doctors may prescribe medications to provide relief from other symptoms, including muscle cramps and spasms, spasticity, constipation, fatigue, excessive salivation, excessive phlegm, pain, depression, sleep problems, and uncontrolled outbursts of laughing or crying. Therapies that people with ALS may have include breathing therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, nutritional support, psychological and social support. This is the one that is going to help them more than anything. They need more than just support from a professional. They need support from their family and friends. This is the most difficult time of their life, and they need you to support them more than anything. Please, be there for them.